I'm Carl Anthony with AutoSens TV here at Auto World in Brussels, Belgium, speaking today with Greg McKee, Chief Technologist for Labsphere. And Greg, so good to see you here today.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Greg, tell me what you have going on here. Tell me what you're displaying at AutoSens.
So we have two things we're displaying. One is a tunable source, which is just one of our many lines of tunable sources. This one is designed for fisheye lenses. And we're also showing targets, diffuse targets that we use for calibration LiDAR.
So Greg, before we started filming, you said that there was something about your technology that was very close to your heart, very meaningful, that you wanted to talk about specifically. Let's talk about that now.
Right, that's our uniform source for the wide-angle field of view. What's really nice about this system is, yes, it can match any spectrum that you put in there, almost any spectrum, and it allows the user to do that. But what's really unique to this one is it can do up to 220-degree field of view. So you can put a fisheye lens camera in there and flat field over 200 degrees. It also has a built-in calibration feedback. So it has a feedback loop, so it's always correcting for spectral changes over time. And it has a calibration feature that allows the customers to recalibrate it. So if they're using this after 6,000 hours, they don't have to return it to Labsphere or our factory for recalibration. It takes 10 minutes and they can recalibrate it themselves.
The ability to recalibrate the technology in the field, why is that important for customers?
Well, think of the downtime you might have in a production environment where you have to take your calibration source offline and then send it back to the factory, which could be 1 to 4 weeks for some companies. All that time is that your product line is down. With this, you take it offline, you put a cap on it, you run the recalibration, you're back up online within hours.
So, Greg, tell me some other aspects of your technology. What are some things that people may not know about Labsphere that's important to communicate here at AutoSens?
Integrating sphere radiometry, photometry, light metrology is not new to us. They may not know Labsphere in this industry, but we've been in this industry for 30 years. We have systems that are calibrated. Most of the satellite systems looking back at Earth, that aerospace technology, we moved to mobile imaging, and now we're moving into automotive.
So with that move into automotive and your 30-year legacy behind you, as you know, the overarching theme here at AutoSens is autonomous driving and the safe implementation of autonomous driving platforms. So where does Labsphere and your technology fit into that?
Our systems are used to enable the calibration of the camera and also enable the safety of the LiDAR systems, helping to test the dynamic range of those LiDAR systems. And then we envision our targets being in calibration bays, automotive bays, maybe even parking lots to validate the performance of the LiDAR systems in real time.
With your 30-year legacy, you've chosen to be here at AutoSens in Brussels.
We find it very exciting that in this industry it's so dynamic. It's very interesting to find out that there's so much behind it, yet so much to learn. And in that process, Labsphere is learning as well. But we see that this is the next biggest industry in imaging and sensing.
Greg, I want to thank you for being here with us today at AutoSens, and thank you for taking a few minutes to speak with us at AutoSens TV.
Great, thanks, Carl.
Carl Anthony for AutoSens TV, speaking with Greg McKee from Labsphere. For more AutoSens TV, like and share.